Right, I think we are now live. Just put my iPad in the holder. Ooh. Let's see if we're live over on some other pages. Well, I've got some people watching. I've got Wendy. Hello, Wendy. Nice to see you. I apologise if I still sound funny. I'm still deaf in both ears, so bear with me. I'm trying to talk loudly, so because my family keeps saying when I talk normally it's too low, so I'll try my very best. So give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. I see Avril's watching. I'm just trying to bring them comments up on here. Sorry, my iPad's just to the side of me here in the holder, so no, I'm not getting the live comments coming up. Let's see if they'll work this way. No, I'm not getting any live chat, but I'm getting some people coming in, so that is all good. Let me go over on the other page and see if I can get some live chat going over there. So let's see who we've got. No, I'm getting no comments at all. I hope you're all keeping well. The sun is just about to go down over the fields out of my craft room window. I hope you're all keeping well. Got a few of you coming in now, just waiting for a few more. So I don't know whether many of you caught Claire's live on Monday, where she bought us the new, well, they're not brand new, but bought us the Lisa Horton interferencing. She bought you set 1, and today I'm going to share with you set 2. And I've got some different ideas to what Claire has shown you, because there is absolutely so much you can do with these ink pads. It's amazing. And it's not till you get your hands on them you realise you're not just buying 12 ink pads. You're buying so much more than 12 ink pads. I mean, to start with, I thought, okay, 12 ink pads, make it 24 because you've got your black and your white. But as you know with Pink Frog, once you start adding it to all those fabulous Pink Frog colours, and Pink Frog, I think they've got now 15 of the true colours, which is what we're going to be looking at today. So you add that to that again, and you've got a totally different ball game. So many more inks. I've never known ink pads work quite like this in this way, so I'm really excited to share with you. Kimberly's on the keyboards back at Pink Frog HQ, so thank you, Kimberly, keeping me in check. Let me just go through a few of the offers of the week, because these end on Friday, so you've not got very long at all to grab those. So we've got 20% off all your Pink Frog stamps. So if you go to the Pink Frog website, you've got 20% off all the Pink Frog stamps. But if you have signed up to the Pink Frog newsletter with your extra 10% discount code, you can use that on top of as well. So I've never known the stamps this low in price ever. So just grab them while you can, because it's a fabulous deal. So we've got that going on. The other offer we've got is we've got a bug off, a buy one get one free on all the white textured card. So it doesn't matter what size. So if you buy one size, you're going to get a buy one and you're going to get another one free. So the white textured card is great if you've got events coming up and things like weddings coming up, if you're doing stationery like that this year as well. So it's a great opportunity to stock up on those essentials cards that you're going to need. So I've got a few coming through now. Hello, Donna. Hello, Mo. Nice to see you. Hello, Avril. So, and then there's another offer. Now, all my scrapbooking ladies and my memory book ladies out there, it's 20% off all Pink Frog 12 by 12 cardstock. 20%. So you're going to get 20% off your packs of the 12 by 12 cardstock. But also, again, if you signed up to the Pink Frog newsletter, you've got an extra 10% off that as well. Hi, Sharon. So you're getting 20% off. So your card, your 12 by 12, I look 12 by 12 true card, you're looking at say £13. Take your 20% off, brings it down to £10.40. Take your additional 10% off, and it brings it down to £9.36. So that works out at 38 pence a sheet of 12 by 12 cards. Now, all my scrapbooking ladies, all my retreat ladies, all my memory book people will know to get hold of good quality 12 by 12 card is not easy. I buy card from other places. I buy Pink Frog mainly, but when I have sourced it elsewhere, I am paying £1.10p a sheet of 12 by 12. So to pick it up with these discounts at 38 pence a sheet is a really good deal. So don't miss out there. So just don't forget to do that. So if you haven't signed up to the newsletter, please do. Let's go to Pink Frog, sign up. You get a separate discount code sent you each month. So you just use the right code on the right month. And you don't have to order online. If you're more comfortable ringing up and speaking to somebody at Pink Frog HQ, please do. You can give them a call. You can place your order over the phone, and you can still use that 10% discount. So you can still get some fabulous deals. If you're abroad, like I know many of you are, I'm just seeing who's tuning in. If you are abroad as well, there is also the Pink Frog eBay shop, which ships abroad. So don't forget to take advantage of that as well. Okay. So I'm going to flip the camera. But before I do, now with Claire's Live on Monday, if anybody watched Claire's Live Monday, you'll know if you go to the Pink Frog website to our craft along with Claire and Dawn, there's a form at the beginning where if you put your name and email address, you can download the PDFs. Now the PDFs that accompany Claire's show that was Monday and my show today are the PDFs that enable you to put you've got all these names of all the Pink Frog True cards, okay, and you've also got the names of all the Lisa Horton interference labels as well, and that is set 1 and set 2. I'm looking at set 2 today, and if you watch Claire back from Monday, she looked at set 1. So you're going to get one PDF with all these on, another PDF with all these on for both sets, and then today Kimberly has uploaded the PDF. I know these are back to front at the moment. I will share when I turn the camera around the PDF as well, so you can do the little labels to go on your brushes, so you can keep all your colours separate, okay, because Lisa does recommend that you do that. Oh, camera's moved. Okay, so if you missed out on the brush ones on Monday, if you go back into the PDFs, you'll see them. If not, sign up today and you'll get them all there as well today. All right, so that's that bit of housekeeping done. Don't forget Pink Frog on YouTube as well. Like today's show that I'm going to be doing with you, Kim will get this uploaded, so tomorrow morning it will be with the craft along section at the beginning, and you can watch the show back on YouTube. Okay, let's see if there's anybody else here. Hello, Tracy. Oh, Kimberly's just said to me, she's just messaged me, the newsletter discount, so if you sign up for the newsletter from Pink Frog, also works on the eBay shop. So if you're shopping outside the UK and want to purchase from Pink Frog, you still get that 10% discount. So that's absolutely fabulous. So there you go, another win-win. Great. Right, so I think without further ado, let's get this camera flipped and let's have some fun. So let me just move my camera from here. You'll just see a bit of white space while I flip the camera. There we go. Let me pop it up in the holder up here without switching it off. Oh, look at all that lovely colour. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Let me pop that up a little bit as well. So, what have we got going on here? So, exactly, we've got all these lovely colours. So, this is the Interference set 2. So again, you're going to get 12 colours. Well, I say 12 colours, I'm perhaps lying a bit there. You're not getting really 12 colours. Because with Interference inks, the colour that you see on this side is the colour that will show on your white cardstock. And the colour that you see on this side is the colour that you will see on your black cardstock. But when you open it up, it's all one colour. Okay, so they are just a little bit different. They're a little bit like magic. Well, we've teamed up with Lisa Horton and we've done a special deal where you get all your inks. This is set 2. You're also going to get a Mylar template in 12 by 12 and all will become clear with this as well. And you're also going to get 15 sheets of 12 by 12 cardstock from Pink Frog. So if I flick through here, you've got all the colours of Pink Frog card that we have. Okay, and we've put this in because we can't find them out very well here. I'm not doing very well here this afternoon. Anyway, you've got all these lovely colours. So then you can go and make your own colour swatches. So when you look at them like this, you'll see this is on True Brown. But I'll tell you what, let's start with a white and a black just to share with you. Now, who saw my time-lapse video that I put up the other day, showing you just how easy it is to use the template? And I'm going to show you, and you can use this template not just for these inks, you could use it for your distress inks, for your oxides, for any other brand of ink you've got. It's a really good idea because when we started bringing out different colours of card from Pink Frog, straight away when we bring out a new colour, Claire and I get messages pinging through saying, oh, what colour ink would I use with that cardstock? Okay. And this is where this template is going to come into its own. So the template itself, which I've got buried under here now, you can purchase this on its own for £4 if you wish. Okay, it's all been cut out specially. All right. But what I want to share with you is the idea of the template and us giving you all this lovely cardstock is that you can make your own colour swatches. So straight away with the Lisa Horton inks, the Interference, you can see this is the same colour ink pad. This is the same colour ink pad. This is the same colour ink pad. But because it goes on black card and because it goes on super smooth, that's the Interference. This is where it's going to play tricks with your mind. If we go this way, you got the green on white cardstock, but you go and add it to the black and look, you can see that lovely sparkle also coming through. It is absolutely amazing, but you can see how the colours just change, and we are going to play with these and do it, but I just wanted to show you how the colours will change. But before I start getting inky, let's just have a look at a few of the other colours. So this is the True Brown. So if I bring the True Brown in, again, can you see the difference? But then if I put that next to the black, Can you see again, it doesn't look the same. So you're not just getting 12 ink pads with these. I mean, that middle one there, that's the lavender. You can see, obviously, it looks lavender on white. You can see it looks a little bit lavender on the brown. But on the black, it goes green. So this is where they're going to play tricks with your mind. Okay, so this is the thing about the Pink Frog card, because we have so many colours of card. So let's share now the dark grey, so you can see all those lovely colours, and I can see this sparkling. It looks absolutely amazing on here. I'm hoping that's coming across to you at home. Give me a thumbs up if that's coming across. Okay. Yes, the stencil is available at £4, but that's just the stencil, not the inks. The inks with the stencil are a special price at the moment at $69.99. And then obviously you've got your 10% discount you can take off that. So it actually works out at £5.25 an ink pad. So great value. So here we are on the light brown. We've got the light pink. Now you think, okay, light pink, it's going to be very similar to the white. And if I put that there, they do look very similar. But some of them take on a different hue. I can see different colours coming through as well. So it's just interesting to see how they all play. On that dark blue from Pink Frog, look at that lovely colour palette that you've got. Ah, Kimberly's saying the stencil doesn't come with the inks. It only comes on its own. Oh, so you don't get the stencil with the inks and the cardstock? I thought you got it together as a bundle. Is it just the inks and the 12 by 12 card thing? Can you just confirm, please? And there is the green. And then the lovely red. And when we have it on the red, it brings out lots of the gold hues going on here as well, giving it a totally different colour palette. Now, these are water reactive inks as well. So, you know, with Pink Frog, we've got the watercolour card. We've got the super smooth card that you can put a lot of water on. But today I'm also going to put water on my True card. Right, Kimberly's confirming with me. When you get the inks, you get the inks for $69.99 with 15 sheets of the 12 by 12 cardstock. You don't get the stencil. The stencil is separate at £4. But again, you can use your 10% discount to get the template as well. Okay, so you get that as well if you wish. There's that lovely purple going on. And then that's the one I did when I did my time-lapse video the other day. Just thought I'd share with you. So I think without further ado, we will get going, because I want to show you how juicy these inks are. So let me just move a few things to one side. I've got my blending mat here from Pink Frog. And what I've done is I've cut myself just some tags going on here, just so I can share with you straight away what these look like. So let me bring in my sheet so I get the right names on the pads. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to share with you, wasn't I? The names. So if you sign up on today's show, if you sign up to print off the PDFs, you can print off the PDFs to label your swatches and the colours of your inks as well. Now, one thing I had noticed with the Lisa Horton inks is you got the colour on the front here, but you haven't got it on the back. So I would be tempted again to print them off and stick the colour just on the side, because I don't know about you, but once I start crafting and I start having a few ink pads open, I'm going to put the wrong lid on the wrong ink. So I'm going to do that with mine. So that's another reason to print off these PDFs. And then a little top tip. This here, how I've done mine, I actually printed them out, and I'm trying to find my little, I put it here safe and I can't find it. I did put it there safely. Isn't it typical? It's gone walkabout. So what I use for mine is, you know, the Mylar, and we're going to be using Mylar today. So this is your Mylar, which is your sticky tape. Okay. I put this through my printer, and I printed the names directly onto here. And then I've lost, because I had it onto a piece of tape and it's disappeared. Isn't it typical? I've got everything together and it's done a walkabout. So if you've got the oval dies, and Pink Frog do sell the oval stitch dies. Let me bring mine out. I've got my ovals, got my circles, there's my ovals. The tiny little one from the middle is the perfect size for your brushes. So I printed it out on my computer on my Mylar and just die cut out onto my brushes. And then you just peel the back off and you can stick it onto your brush. And the nice thing is the download, the PDF, if you save that to your computer, if they get grubby and you want to change them, you can do quite easily. Okay, you can just change them about. So that's a little top tip there. So let me pop those back in there out the way for the moment. I put it all here safe and it's disappeared, which is very annoying, but never mind. So they're the brushes. Now the other thing you may have seen me use on the time-lapse video was the round ink pad. Okay, with the daubers. And what I've done with mine is I've created, you know, our storage system that we had for our stamps and our dies, just the one for the stamps, just to store my ink pads, because you will find, and this does wipe off as well, you will find with the Lisa Horton inks, they are really juicy. I'm going to share that with you. They are very juicy. So what I've done is I've printed off myself a sheet, put a sticky film over the top, and then I've just used some little hook and eye Velcro dots to stick my ink pads down. And I have put clear film on this side as well. This is the Pink Frog clear film. Because they're so juicy, can you see, like, you get marks? You can just wipe it off with your towel. And again, I would get yourself a microfiber towel just for all your messy bits. Okay, so you've got that as well. So that's my ink pads to go with my ink pad splodgers. The brushes are also available, and I'm trying to think, Kimberly, can you just confirm, is it £1.99 a brush? Let me pick what I haven't used yet. These are lovely brushes. Okay, they are so soft. And what I do with mine, I'm going to share with you. I'm going to use it, and then I use my microfiber cloth to wipe the worst off, so you're not keeping residue too much on your brushes and clogging them up. Okay, so without further ado, let's have a play. So I'm going to bring in the first one, which is called Golden Shimmer. Okay, now these are very juicy, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swipe it directly on to the cardstock. Okay, now you will see, can you see that shimmer coming through? But let's do it on the black cardstock as well. Oh, they're £1.99 each, the brushes, or let me just read that back, or 10 for £15. So if you get the 10 for £15, it works out £1.50, and then you could use your discount, so it's even better. But look how different these look. One is on the black cardstock, one is on the white. This is on the super smooth, okay? But you can just see how different they look. And also look at that lovely sheen that you get on there as well. It's absolutely amazing. So that one is your golden shimmer. Okay. Don't worry too much about what's going on here on my mat, because what I'm going to do, if I wasn't demonstrating, what I would be doing is doing my messy mop up, because that's the other thing you can do with these. You can, they're water reactive, so you can spritz with water, and you can pick up, if I grab some cardstock, I've got a pile of cardstock around me, but I've got bits cut, so I'll just take some 160. You see, you can do messy pickups. And what I would do with the messy pickups is dry it with your heat gun in between, because that way you get the nice true colours coming through. Now, so I don't cross-contaminate my inks, because that is something else that Lisa does tell you about, not cross-contaminating your inks. Okay. So let's bring in another colour. So let's go with the lemon candy. Okay, I'm just going to try and run through these as quickly as I can, just to give you an idea of how these are going to look. Now again, that beautiful yellow colour. I'm going to bring my camera down just a little bit. And then I'm going to put it on the black. And in fact, let's move over that way. Pop it on the black as well. Now, when you look at these wet, they look totally different. As you dry them, you get a different look. So let me just give this a quick whiz with the heat gun, because you'll see the colour does change as you dry it. So if I bring these up to the camera now, can you see, same ink pad, two totally different colours. And that's two different colours. You go and add those onto the pink frog cardstock and you're going to get even more colours. So that is my yellow. Okay, now let's look at peacock. Now, as you look at it, this is your, each one, this is your white, and this is going to be your black card. That's how it's been made. But when you open it up, it looks like one colour. So if I just swipe that on there, and I'm going to move that over and just swipe in the same spot, you could see just how juicy these are. Absolutely amazing. But look, two totally different colours again. So that is your peacock tails, and it is quite nice to see them working for real rather than just on paper, on a picture on the internet. It is nice to good to see them working for real. But you can see those fabulous colours coming through. So we'll do a couple more and then we'll get into some demoing, because I've got a couple of ideas to share with you. Plus the fact I want to share with you as well how different they are when you actually apply them with different tools, because that's another thing to share. So let's just do a green one, because we can come back and do some more later on as well. If there's any questions at all, please do ask. So this is Summer Garden. Okay, so I just swipe on with Summer Garden, which is a lovely, like I would call a green meadow colour. So you've got that lovely colour green, which you always need a green. We're going to be using that today. But then let's go on with the black. And oh my word, it turns blue. Can you see the difference? It turns blue. It is absolutely fascinating how these actually work. The science behind them. Same colour, different cardstock. So it's like getting two colours in one. Plus, you go and add different colour cardstocks in the mix, and it's different again. Just totally different again. And that is the nice thing about them. So we've done the first 4. Okay, I'm going to leave these to one side. And I suggest when you get them home as well, any cardstock that you use, try this out. If you're getting the inks from us, again, you've got the Pink Frog cardstock that you know you can try the swatches out. So you know how it's going to work with any of your Pink Frog card. So they're the first 4. So I'm going to leave those there. And we are going to get making something. So I'm going to start off, let me bring my little pile of goodies down here. So I'm going to start off with some True Ivory. Okay, so let me just wipe that dry. And the reason you saw me wiping in between was because I was swiping. I didn't want to contaminate my ink pad with a different ink pad, if that makes sense to you. Okay, so we were talking about Mylar earlier. Who's used Mylar before? Give me a thumbs up if you've used Mylar in the past. The Pink Frog Mylar is amazing because you can die cut it as well. And it also works as repositionable tape when you're trying to take down your stencils or anything like that. So here I have used the square stitched dies, nesting dies, which we've got from Pink Frog. And because we're going to be working on the ivory, I'm going to go through my colour swatches. And there we go. There's my Pink Frog True Ivory with the set of inks I'm using, so I can see exactly how these colours are going to work. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to pop that up there so I can see that, so I can see the colours that I want. So I've got my mask. So the first thing I'm going to do actually is stamp my image. So I'm going to bring my stamping platform in. So I've got my True Ivory. Stick that down. And we're going to do a bit of heat embossing, because straight away all these ink colours can be embossing colours. So I'm going to just dust this off with my dusting pad. Okay, and I'm going to go in with the Precious Poppies. I'm going to get this large one that we've got going on here. And I'm going to stick that just about there. Now to start with, I'm going to use the ink pads to do my heat embossing. All right, so I'm just going to bring a piece of paper here for me to put my embossing powder on. Now this will only work with clear embossing powder, so you need just plain clear embossing powder. Now I'm looking at my colour swatches, and I think I'm going to go in with the charcoal gold for the edge. So let me get my charcoal gold. Okay, so you'll notice on the white it's going to come through black, but on the black it comes through a gold colour. So I'm just going to do lots of little taps. In fact, I don't know whether I did this one or the other one now I'm thinking. What did I write down? I've written lots of little notes. Oh, I can't remember. Doesn't matter because we got choice. So I'm going to press that down. I think I used the other one actually. I think I used the milk chocolate. See, that is beautiful. Doesn't it stamp beautifully? This is just your water reactive. Okay, this isn't the stamping inks. We have got those as well. I'll share those with you shortly as well. So we're going a bit darker with this one. And then straight away, before it dries, I'm just going in with some clear embossing powder. So your inks you can use to emboss as well. They are very juicy, as I did say, so you don't have to rush quite as quickly as you would say with a VersaFine Claire. All right, so that isn't a problem. So let's just wipe this clean. Good housekeeping. And I do like to just go over the top again with my pads. And then we'll tip this off. Pour that back in there. And we'll just give that a little whiz with the heat gun. So I'm just going to try and share as many sort of different ideas to what Claire did the other day. So over the 2 shows, you'll see lots of ideas that you can use or ways you can use your interference inks. And Claire is absolutely right. When you start playing with them, there's so much more you can do than just inking. I mean, we could spend a whole day just on demonstrating the inks. So excuse the noise. Just while I get the heat gun going. So because we're using clear embossing powder, and I think we've got this also available, haven't we, Kim? It always amazes me this when it turns. I just love it. There we go. So we've got our lovely heat embossed image, and we use the charcoal gold. I could have used any of these colours at all, but I've gone in with the charcoal gold. Just make sure that's dry. Now I've got my masket. I've cut my stacked square, the stitch dead square. Now when you die cut with masket, sometimes you'll notice it doesn't go all the way through. That doesn't matter. That is quite normal. Okay. So let's peel this off. Now I've cut my card, and I've cut my masket 1/4 of an inch smaller on both sides, so it will sit on top of the cardstock. And we're using the outer edge this time. I did have one I used earlier, but unfortunately I got ink on the back, and because the inks don't dry very quickly, it would have cross-contaminated onto this project, so I just die cut myself a new one. Ooh. Because you know with masket you can use it again and again, so just take your time. So this was the piece that I didn't cut quite as small. I've got 2 pieces and I picked up the wrong one, but it's absolutely fine. So we'll just lay this over, because I want to share with you, we've swiped the ink pads over the cardstock and you've seen how juicy they come out. So I've got my mylar on there, not my mylar, my masket, not mylar, masket. And then what I like to do is just to go over with my bone folder just around the edge of the square, because I want a nice tight fit. Now do not worry that your masket is not going to come off, because it will. You can use this again and again. So I've got that bit ready. Then I need a mask for my poppy. So I'm going to take my poppy mask off. Now this is a well-used poppy mask, as you can see, and I managed to tear it, so I'll have to make myself some new masks. So what you're going to do is just match it over the top. Mine has a little halo around it, but again, it's personal choice how you want to do that. Got a piece there that's stuck down, so you can come up. I only need this little bit of leaf just here, because the rest is under the masket already. So just take your time. I need to just unhook that piece. And then again, I just go with my bone folder just round the edge to make sure I've got a nice stick. I'm not too worried about this end because I don't need to, but we have stuck masket on masket, and you can do that. That isn't a problem at all. So colours, let's have a look at our colour swatches. So I'm going to go for Summer Garden, and I think we'll go for the Opal Blush, because we haven't tried that one yet. So let's take Opal Blush and Summer Garden, and then I'm going to look for my brushes, because I've got them all labelled up. There's Summer Garden, and there's Opal Blush. Okay, so I've got my brushes. So you can see my maskets on there. So we're going to start off with the, let's start off with the Opal Blush. Okay, these are really juicy. If I do that, you can see just how juicy they are. All right, so I'm working on my Pink Frog blending mat, and I'll move that up there so you can see it. So I'm just going to take some of the ink on my brush, and then I like to just get it going to get it onto all the fibres, and then we can just bring it in and just gently blending it round the edge of the mask. Now, as I say, these are really juicy. Okay, so just take your time. I find it's easier to do a little bit and build it up rather than too much at one go. And on this ivory cardstock, it might look like there's not too much going on. Now you'll notice when we swiped the interference inks, you had that all that glistening going on. When you're using the brushes, I can see the glistening, but it's not as intense as when you're going on neat. And also I found it's not as intense as if you go on with your foam pads, but we'll do that as well later, so I can try and share as much with you as possible. So I'm just doing lots of little circular motions. Pick up a little bit more. I'm just coming about half the way down the square, and then I'm just going to bring from the edge, just make a more pronounced line. It is very satisfying when you're doing things like this. Right, I'm going to leave the blue just there. And now I'm going to bring in some of the Garden Shimmer. Now you remember the Garden Shimmer, not the Garden Shimmer, the Summer Garden looks like this when we had it on our white and black cardstock. So now we're going to see what it looks like on the ivory, the true ivory from Pink Frog. So again, I'm just blending a little bit in. Now do try not to cross-contaminate your ink pads, okay, because I've got some on my mat here, I'm not having to go back onto my ink pad. Now if I want a stronger look at this stage, because I've gone near the blue, I would be tempted to pop a little bit on your mat rather than cross-contaminate your ink pad. Okay. But you can see how juicy they are. And then if I bring my opal brush back in to blend those two lines together, it might look a bit of a hot mess at the moment, but it will all come clear. So this colour down here is the same as these two colours here. It is absolutely amazing. This is what I mean. You're getting more than 12 ink pads. They are absolutely amazing. So now let me pop these away so we can do the next bit. Now, cleaning up your brushes, okay, because I've got lots of brushes and things like that. So what I like to do with brushes, you're not cleaning them fully, because with the intense inks you'll find that you do get a residue. So if I wiped this, say, just onto here, I've still got some ink on here. You can't hardly see it, but I can see it. So with a baby wipe or a bit of wet kitchen paper, just wipe off any residue on there to start with. And then if you bring up your old microfiber towel or cloth, just get a dishcloth and give them a rub again. They'll feel dry. They are stained, but they're clean. Okay, so when we pop them back, like I've got mine in a holder, so if I now go over here, nothing is coming off on there because it's dry. Okay, so then when I pop them back into my stand, I'm not going to get my hands all messy with picking them up. So a little top tip there for cleaning. Right, so let's remove our mask. So let me get my poppy stamp so I can put my mask back on here. So remove that one first. As I say, I cut mine that have got a little halo around, but it's personal choice entirely. And then I've got my mask for the square piece as well. So this is where it could all go wrong, because you're trying so hard to keep it square. Because I can use this again and again as long as I don't get ink on the wrong side, which is what I did with my last one. So if I leave that there, can you see that lovely background you've got just while I try and stick this back onto here? So I'm just going to line this up, because mask it you can use again and again. So let me just roll that up there. So there you go, back on its carrier sheet, so I can use that again. So we've got the start of our card coming. We've got that lovely background. We've heat embossed as well with our ink pad. So now I'm going to go in with a water brush, but I'm actually going to take the water out of my water brush. Now you're going to probably think, well, why have you got a water brush? It's just the brush I've got I'm going to use. We have got water brushes on the website as well, haven't we, Kimberly? I can't remember how much the water brushes were off the top of my head. So I'm going to come in again with a summer garden, because that's a nice green. And then I'm going to also use golden sun, because I know golden sun will give me that red colour. So I've got my dry brush. Let's start off with a bit of the green. I'm going to put my ink on my pad, because you don't want to put your brush onto your ink pads. So I'm just going to pick up a bit of ink, and then we can watercolour, or not watercolour, but brush this down. So just colour that in. So again, you can see we've used blending brushes with our inks. We've used our inks directly from the ink pad itself. And I will show you the blending pads as well. So if people say, oh, I'm not a very good colourist, you don't have to be a good colourist to colour like this, because all you're doing is colouring in the line. Now what I do like to do in between is just give that quick dry. It's just because I don't want the inks to cross-contaminate. So I'm just going to wipe my brush. I'm going to bring a bit of that golden shimmer in, again with the dry brush. And just brushing that on. And you can see the intensity of the colour. Now, as these dry as well, they give a whole new look. And that's the other nice thing about them. So, you know, do play with them. It's not until you do your colour swatches do you realise how different they look. But you can get some amazing effects with these ink pads. And with the Pink Frog card, it's giving you a whole new set of colours, really, because the cardstock makes the colours change totally different. I've not seen any other ink pads that do it like this. And Claire and I often get asked when Pink Frog bring a new card colour out, or what colour inks work. By doing yourself your templates, you know, and doing your colour swatches, you can really go to town now, because you will know exactly what works. So that's one layer, and what I'm going to do is give that a quick whiz. Now you can see that shimmering. Now, can you see at the back where we use the blending brushes? It's more matte, but where I've gone straight in with the brush, with the my dry brush, it's more shimmery. And then I'm going to go back in again with another layer. I'm just going to do this bit down here because I forgot. But I'm going to go in again with another layer, because this is going to intensify that lovely shimmer and shine that you do have, because these are interference shimmer inks, and you really get that across. I'm seeing the gold coming out in here as well now. So just by giving them an extra, I'm not being careful with the colouring, I'm not worrying about light and shade, I'm just getting my colour down. And by doing the couple of layers and drying it in between, does intensify that colour, and it needs just something in the back. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of black down there. So your blending mat is definitely going to be your friend as well when you do this. So just on the centre there, but you can see the shimmer. I'll just give it another quick whiz. You can see that shimmering in that light, but where we've used the brush, it's quite matte, so it gives totally different looks to what you use. So I've just looked at the time and I'm horrified that it's gone that quickly. So I just want to share something else quickly with you. Let's do another quick card. Who's got 10 minutes for me? Let's do a quick card on purple. I wanted to do some more colour swatches, but I'm just going to share this with you. I'm going to take my template. Okay, so this is what you can purchase. All right, let's pick some colours. Let's go, I'm going purple, so let me have a look on here. So let's have this one. We'll have lemon candy. This is going to be a really quick card, promise. We'll have tropical, and we'll have regal grey, because this looks totally different on the purple. So that's stuck to there. Let's pop that up there. So this is just using my template or my colour swatch. Okay, so I'm going to have Regency Grey, tropical, where's my tropical? There's tropical, and lemon candy. So let's start off with the Regency Grey. Regal Grey, sorry, not Regency Grey, Regal Grey. So I'm going to pick that up. And this is a card that you can make. Just doing it as a card front at the moment, but this is showing you how you can even use your template to make a card. So I'm happy with that one. And what you do have to do, unfortunately, in between is just give it a quick blast. And then we'll get Tropical Paradise. Get the right brush. I'm going to overlap this slightly. That might look quite similar, but you watch when it starts to dry. So as I say, the brushes are 10 for £15 or £1.99 each, but don't forget to use your discount code to get any of your goodies that you've got here. And then I'm going to go overlap again about there, and we'll come in with the lemon candy. So I'm just holding my template down. If you're not confident about holding it down, you can tape it in place with either your masket or repositionable stencil tape. Okay. So there's my 3 colours. And let's have this one flowers and verses. I think this will work nicely. Now this time I'm going to bring in the Lisa Horton. These are the Swift Dry. So the Swift Dry inks are for things that like your lettering or stamps, but you've seen already with the Lisa Horton inks you can use those, so that's not a problem. We're going to bring this to one side. So the Swift Dry inks come in 3 colours. You've got licorice, which is like your black. You've got flint, which is your grey. And you've got coffee bean, which is your brown. I'm going to go in with the licorice, which is the black. So just little taps all the way over. Press this down. And get a nice silhouette look and that lovely shimmering coming through on that ink pad. Okay, so they're your stamping inks. So we've had a look at some, oh, let's move all this out of the way. We've had a look at some colour swatches. You've seen how differently they react. We've done our poppy, so we use the blending brushes, the watercolour brush. If I bring my finished one in, I just added some little birds, and that was from the Country Scene stamp set, so if you haven't got that one. And you may notice round the edge here, I just swiped my ink pad to bring a layer around the edge. Now this one was done with the milk chocolate colour, and this one was done with the charcoal. It's giving you 2 totally different looks. And then just using your template again, just making a really quick card blank. I've just chopped that round. Card blank ready to go. Just needs a sentiment on there. I had other things to show you, but the time has just flown out the window. So let me bring in these beautiful inks yet again, just to share with you. So the templates are available on their own. They're £4, but don't forget to take your discount off those. And you can see that I have used them for making cards as well. And let me put in the blanks of the ones that I've just used. So I had my yellow goes there, and my grey goes there, and my tropical goes there. And I do it like that because it then all matches up with my lovely templates and colour swatches that I've made with my pink frog card. But you can absolutely see the difference just with black and with white card, how they react. They look absolutely amazing, but you can see that shimmer coming through. They are going to take your crafting to a different level. And then as soon as you go and add the 15 other colours of pink frog card in here, you will be absolutely amazed at the colour choice of with the stamps or the inks you've actually got. So that is the Regal set 2, not the Regal set. That is the Interference set 2. Let me just whiz the camera around quickly before I knock it flying. There we go. I nearly knocked it flying. We nearly had a catastrophe. But it's quite interesting to see the change in these ink pads when you're using different colour cardstocks. It still just blows my mind how different they look every single time on a different colour. It's just amazing. And I think when you get yours home, you will see the same thing as well. So don't forget, that's your Interference set 2. And if you're in the market for your Swift Dry, we've got the black, We've got the grey and we've got the brown, and these are available individually. They're $7.99. But again, don't forget to use your 10% discount code. So I will see you next Wednesday. You stay safe, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.